Guys, and welcome to the block styles extension full tutorial. This is the ultimate tutorial that you need to learn how to make style extensions in blocks. So this is only the style section. If you want to do the block extension, that'll be up in a few days once I figure out how that works. I'm still figuring out a bit, but I'm kind of getting it. See, it's a bit more complex than the style extension. But the style extension is very, very simple. So I'm going to run through the API docs. You can find these. You can find this going on to the blocks docs, and then it's literally just API docs. Come on here, you go blocks and sort API guide.html. If you come on here, you can see blocks files are in their own format .bex. Basically, all these they're written in JavaScript, then compiled in the dev tools section, and we've got a list of available calls that we can use. So currently, you can have button styles, you can image styles, text styles, background styles, then block sets and block set options. So you can currently have 4 styles. They'll be what we're looking at today. So I'm going to teach you guys how today. I'm going to teach you guys how to add a. Oh, what should we choose? Should we choose a? I'll add an image style today, because why not? So what you want to do is open up your favorite text editor. For the purpose of this video, I've opened up Blocks, brackets. Great program, and yeah. So let me just get rid of this. Something I was playing with earlier. So you want to click just add style. You want to go add image style, capital S and thing, and then I think we need to go on open as per. So we want to open up the brackets. Oh, I've opened up blocks by accident. Whoops daisy. So if we go on to open up the brackets, and in the image style, what I'm going to call it a name. So in this image style, I'm just going to call it. We'll call it just for the sake of this. We'll call it black border, and then I do believe you want to do a comma. Let's double check that. Yes, you do. You want to do comma, and this is where you want to dump your HTML class. So we're going to do dot, and then we're going to call it any class you want. So we'll call it black border. Well, this is where you put the standard CSS. So you recognize this bit here is your standard CSS here. As I'm going to increase font size a bit. That'll do. So I do style black border, and then what you want to do is add in here the border. So we want to do border, not border, and then simply that's where you're going to add in your HTML code. So what I'm going to actually do here is then just quickly, because I know I forgot to do something, add the 2 tabs underneath over here, just so it's all official and nice. There we go. And then what we're going to do is go on to weschools.com and just Google the border. Where is it? CSS. Go to CSS border. See, we've got W3 schools, and these all provide very, very simple, straightforward tutorial on how to make the border styles. So simply what you can do here is you can do border 5 pixels solid red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, just because I can't be bothered to type this myself. So you see border 5 pixels solid. In fact, we're going to create this black, and then what we'll do is we'll end it. We'll then, so it's been, we then need to close it. So it then continues, as you see in the blocks forums here. See what we've got here. So the demo one. So it's been, you've got to close, you've got to then end, close, comma, bracket close, then the semicolons. So if we have, I put them the wrong way around, but simply you just want to do that, close the comma like I've already done, close the brackets, and then give it a semicolon so it can move down to the next one. And you see this is simply just a 5 pixel red solid border that I'm going to add to any images. So what we want to do is click File, Save As. Once you put in your stuff, in this one we're going to call it black border.js, and then I'm just going to save to my desktop. So you want to save. I would then close down this and minimize this, and you'll see on my border here we've now got black border.js here. You don't want to open up blocks. This is the actual blocks part. Then want to go into okay. So that was weird, it kind of bugged out there. Anyway, DevTools, go on compile extension. Then I want to find your JS files. So there's Blackboard, you've got .js, you can see it opens up for you as well. You can click open, Blockboard is successfully compiled into a Blocks extension. Then I want to go into your desktop, just Command F3, and you'll see you've got this Blackboard extension .bex file. Simply double click on that, bang, successfully installed, and then just double check it's been successfully installed. Go into Extension Manager, and you'll see Blackboard there, Blocks, nothing under there, but these are a few things I've been trying to make. I'm actually going to uninstall the gradient. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is, because it's an image style, is we'll find a tab that already has an image pre-installed into it. Here's one here. Go on to style, and you'll see black border here. And yeah, that's the black border style. If you've got a maximum border radius style, like I showed you how to do in the last video. Here's the black border style. That looks pretty cool actually, doesn't it? If it works well, you can change the black to any color. Like as I open up the brackets file, you can change the width, changing the pixels value. Solid, you can change it to a range of things. If you go on that W3 Schoolwords website, black, you can also use a hashtag here instead of black. But so a few colors you can use the name. So black, green, blue, yellow, red. They use a pretty standard green and red. And so you see that's a standard black. There's if you want to use a hashtag, a hexadecimal, that would work as well. But yeah, it's just a way of adding a border like you couldn't do before in Blocks. You can add certain borders, but they're really not that effective. I think you can add white borders if I have a look, so you can see. Yeah, you can add white frames like this. You can actually add a black border like you can here. And yeah, I'll leave into this black border in the and the files I've used in a zip file in the description below. If you want to download them and work your way through it yourself. So this is a very, very straightforward tutorial on how to use block styles. But I hope you guys stick with me, as in you can actually put in your styles. Basically, in between this is any CSS you want, like you would in standard CSS. Basically, it's just this bit here and the bit that start average image style and things that make it a bit more complicated than just using CSS. If you want to use this, I recommend you familiarize yourself with Bootstrap. Bootstrap is the platform that Blocks is kind of built on. The way Blocks exports its code is with Bootstrap. That's why I see in the JavaScript section you see a Bootstrap file. If you Google Bootstrap, actually let's do it now. If we go on bootstrap.com, you see it's already it's really popular. Well, it's popular mobile first. So basically, even if I do this, you'll probably notice Blocks does exactly the same as this. It resizes itself in exactly the same way as Bootstrap does. That's because it is Bootstrap. Pretty much when you export your code, it exports it in Bootstrap code like this. If you learn Bootstrap, it will make the whole thing 10 times easier, I can assure you. And just the way understanding gives you that mindset on how it works, and that really, really helps. So yeah, you can see these are the type of things you can use. And if I go on to components, you'll see that some of these things here, not all of them, actually that made no sense, but if you see nav bars look roughly the same as this. You'll see, and you can add all these things as well, they're roughly the same as this, don't they? Yeah, you can see it's built on Bootstrap. So here's a few others. You can copy and paste these add a glossy button style, so it's add button style. And you can actually add in one extension as well. You can add multiple things. So if you want to, create a pack that said flat, for example, pack, you would have to have an image style, a button style, all in the same extension. If you wanted, you just have to go on each one and select style and click your extension on it. I think that's also pretty cool as well. There's a lot of cool things you can do with the Blocks API. It's only in 0.5 at the moment, so it's got a long way to go before it's in full release. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.